All right. They'll be here in a minute. We can wait till they come back to vote. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up. You ready to go? All right. I call to order the Redevelopment Agency meeting for the City of West Jordan on June 24th. All council members are in attendance tonight. Two of them will be here shortly. And, board member, all board members are present, and board member Bloom is online with us, I think. Is she still online? She's not online with us now. Okay. We will move forward with our public hearing, and Denise, looks like you get to have another fun day. No? It's what? RDA resolution number 253 amending the fiscal year 2026 redevelopment agency budget. Is that it?
This is the chair. This is the one that the council initiated on the amendment 2 from the last RDA meeting, about $75,000 for signage.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it was that detailed. So, all right. So moving forward, previously we had talked about utilizing $75,000 for a big screen. And as most of you know, during that time, I was kind of questioning some more details about it. And I talked to Vice Chair Whitelock as well, or Board Chair Whitelock, about whether or not we want to kind of look at this again and move budget right now and then come back later when we have more of a plan to do this. Similar to the stage, I feel like we kind of pushed forward on the stage real quick and then we didn't get what we wanted. So rather than moving forward real quickly with this big screen television and the cost of it, I'd like to talk about it more, talk about cost, talk about what, talk about where, talk about why. My biggest thing isn't really the cost of it. My biggest thing is, where are we going to put it? I do live near 78th South and I drive by it a lot. But really 78th South is not the main thoroughfare for me and for most West Jordan residents, as the majority are driving up 70th and 90th. So my question would be, why would we choose 78th over the other two? My other worry was we haven't had any discussions with Gardner Village either. And we both know, or we all know, that the billboard for Gardner Village has been there for many years. So before we move forward with the budget on this, I'd like to also have them involved, talk about, you know, the why and the where. I'm not saying a big screen right there would be bad, but I'm in advertising, as most of you know, and I know about digital billboards. And when you have a digital billboard, you see one of those digital billboard signs as you're driving by. So we could have 6, 7, 8 different types of messages on there, but really when people drive by, they're really only seeing one, maybe 1.5 of those messages. So then I call the question again, whether that's the right place to put that. And I do know I've talked to some other council members that, you know, maybe it makes more sense to put it near the park on 78th, where people are driving by back and forth, east and west, and they can see the events that are happening coming up in the park, and it's on that corner and it's more visible. Obviously, it's not an invitation to the city like 78th would be. But there was discussion of maybe holding back on the 75 grand for now, putting that back in, and then getting more information about the why, the where, the how, and why, and what we should do with this big screen. So, Councilmember Green.
Two things. One, why would we put something on 7800 South and we haven't done anything on 90th and 70th? We've expended a lot of money on 70th, somewhere in the tune of $1 million to improve the 70th Gateway. The fact of the matter is people use the 7800 South Gateway and they don't know that they're entering West Jordan, and they have no clue that Gardner Village is in West Jordan. So the fact of the matter is the gateway, that gateway is just as important as some of the other gateways to tell people they're coming into West Jordan and do the stuff. And so to say that we're not doing anything on 70th, that's not true. We are. We're improving that. That's the redevelopment agency.
No, I said we're not putting a big screen on 70th. I didn't say we're not doing anything. I said, why are we not putting a big screen on 70th?
It was.
I did not say we're not doing anything on 70th.
It was to explore, and it was based on a conversation with the staff. They were exploring some things, and they wanted basically the go-ahead to explore things. The second question I have is the original amendment said 75,000, and this is putting $70,000 back into the budget. So we're not breaking even. You're still spending $5,000 on this. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And I don't have a problem putting other signs elsewhere, like in the park, but that's not redevelopment business. So that's someplace, that's a different budget and different discussion for another night.
Councilman or Vice Board Chair Whitelock.
It's tricky, huh? It is confusing. For me, it's a matter of that whole text chain. Once we saw the product of the stage compared to what I think we envisioned. So we're just saying, you know what, there are some concerns. Number one, Gardner Village has owned that sign forever. We just barely found out, at least I did recently, that actually that's our property. Because every time before I'd ask and I was told that's Gardner Village. And so while I totally agree, we need to have something there so that people know that they're in West Jordan when they see the amazing Gardner Village and the awesome Pioneer Hall and the things that are there. I mean, we just heard from a gentleman in work meeting that he didn't realize all that West Jordan has. And that is one of our issues, right? So I very much want to see something there, but I feel like it would be better to give David $5,000 now and say, get us a plan and please talk to Gardner Village, as opposed to here's some money, bring back something, and then we don't like it. Because that doesn't seem fair to staff to then say, oh, we didn't think to tell you that we wanted red and blue instead of purple and green. So that's why I co-sponsored this and feel like it's a good amendment, that it can do what we wanted, but in a more step approach.
Councilmember Shelton.
I'll speak a little bit about, and I don't want to speak for Mayor Burton, but I did have a conversation with the mayor about this. And the thought was, hey, if we just if we allocate $75,000 for an electronic sign here, what's going to happen? Was my question to the mayor. And Mayor Burton, would you like to speak about this, or should I paraphrase our conversation?
And I'll fill in after.
I'll paraphrase as best I can, and if I don't want to misrepresent anything you said to me in a conversation. So if you need to jump in, please feel free. Basically, the mayor is not in favor of an electronic sign at this location. And so if we allocate $75,000, he's okay with the $75,000 allocation, but it's not going to go towards an electronic sign. So at the end of our conversation, he said, hey, just leave it. I'll bring something to the council. He agreed with me to bring something to the council that that we could look at and approve and get on board with. And then on my side of it, I'm not positive. Well, I feel pretty confident that an electronic sign, specifically an electronic sign, is not appropriate for this location. Although I do want signage for sure. This location does need some kind of welcome to West Jordan in it. And so anyway, Mayor Burton, would you like to add anything?
Thank you, Board Member Shelton. Paul and I have talked about this a little bit. couple of weeks ago, I was riding my bicycle on the Jordan River Trail, and I think it's 41st South, somewhere around there. There's a bridge that goes over that road there, and across that bridge, it says great big letters, says, "Welcome to West Valley City." And we've got a bridge there, and I'm thinking that might be a better way for people to see it. Just a big welcome to West Jordan across the bridge as we come into West Jordan. We've got that bridge right there to make it look better, and provide a welcome there. That property is owned by West Jordan. We do have a contract on that. And that contract doesn't actually have an end time. So anything we do for that signage there, we would need to communicate with Gardner Village, which I think would be an important thing to do. And we should be having conversations with them anyway. I do stop over there and talk to Joe every now and again, and I know Economic Development does as well. And do that. I am not a real big fan of electronic signs. I don't like the feel they give off. I like the type of sign that Gardner Village has there now, and we could work with them in improving that sign there even better and have a more positive feeling when people come into West Jordan. I agree. I think having good signage for people to know when they hit the city is important. And I think it'd be good to do a little bit of research and cost analysis to see what would be the best way to do it.
Board Member Jacob.
Just a question on that thought. The bridge there, that's the Trax Bridge, that's the UDOT bridge.
I don't know who owns the bridge. I don't think UTA does. It might be owned by Union Pacific or something, but yeah, it is a bridge for railroad.
They put in one of the bridges because they had to put in a second bridge, so.
Right, so I am thinking we'd have to contact whoever the owner of that bridge is, in order to get permission to put signage on it.
Yeah, I would think it's UTA probably, but they own our city info map that shows property owners doesn't show the bridge.
Yeah, it does.
But it does, the tracks to the north of it are UTA and the tracks to the south of it are UTA.
Right, so if
So-
UTA owns the bridge, I think that would actually be easier to get permission to put signage on it if UTA owns it,
As opposed to
but I don't know. I
somebody
haven't
else.
talked to them.
Okay.
And I think that'd be more effective than a sign off to the side.
What kind of electronic sign can you get for $75,000?
I don't know.
That's a big screen TV,
Sure, you can go to Costco.
several big screen TVs.
Councilmember Shelton.
I've driven by this location numerous times, in fact, as recently as today. Something glaring to me is that the Gardner Village sign that's there is not really visible because of the trees growing up around it. Not really well visible until you're almost right on top of it. So the location of that sign needs to change, if nothing else. Perhaps height, perhaps moving it closer to the road. I don't know if that's possible, if our property goes all the way to 7,800, to the shoulder of 7,800, but the location of that sign is very problematic. So maybe keep that in mind as you're looking at things to do there, Mayor. Thank you.
All right. Alan, this is listed as a public hearing, but I don't see public comment on my list. Do we need to open up to public comment? Yes, it was. Okay. All right. Well, then at this time, I will open this up to public comment. I can see some people in the audience that might want to say something, but if they don't want to, we will then close public comment. So, all right, I will close public comment.
There's no one online that desires to speak.
I figured there was nobody there. All right. So,
Okay, I'd like to move to approve resolution number 253, amending the fiscal year 2026 redevelopment agency budget.
and I'll second. So we have a motion by Vice Chair Whitelock and by Board Chair Lamb, a second. More discussion of the motion. Councilmember Shelton.
Again, with the conversation I had with Mayor Burton, I think that we could just leave it as it is and wait for plans to come from the mayor's office. I'm, based on the conversation I had with the mayor, I think I'm in favor of just leaving it as is. So I will be voting no.
Bob, did you want to do anything? Or you good? All right, Councilmember Jacob.
I was just trying to pull up the amendment, but Prime Gov is not pulling it up for me. Oh, here it is. I got it over here. So the only amendment is the $70,000, right? I was just scanning through. There was a lot of numbers on the page and right, is this $70,000 change. Okay, I'm in agreement with Councilmember Shelton. I don't see the need yet for this. I am in favor of leaving it as is until we have a plan or have a better plan. So I'm okay with where we are, so I'll be a no.
All right. No other discussion. Let's vote.
Board Member Green,
No,
Board Member Shelton,
No.
Board Member Bloom. Oh.
I don't
you
think
told me
she's on.
Not right. Oh, sorry. Board Member Jacob,
No.
Vice Chair Whitelock,
Yes.
Chair Lamb,
Yes.
Board Member Bador.
No.
Okay, I show the motion fails 2-4.
Thank you. All right, we will go to consent items.
move to approve consent.
Second.
We have a motion by Board Member Green and a second by Board Member Shelton. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Passes 6-0. All right, at this time, we will not be closing the meeting. Well, we'll be closing this portion of the meeting and moving to a closed meeting. And then we will come back to this room and adjourn after the closed meeting. Thank you.
Oh, we need to
You need
vote.
to have a vote to go to closed meeting.
I,
Needs 5 to go.
Let's just go.
Hell with state law. All right, I move to close the meeting to discuss professional competence or physical mental health, reasonably imminent litigation or real estate issues.
Second.
We have a motion by Board Member Jacob and a second by Board Member Shelton. Is it a roll call vote? All right, roll call vote.
Board Member Shelton. Board Member Shelton,
Yes.
Chair Lamb,
Yes.
Vice Chair Whitelock,
Yes.
Board Member Green,
yes.
Board Member Bador,
Yes.
Board Member Jacob.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes 6-0.
All right. So you're back. You're now going to adjourn the meeting adjourned.